This episode of the Golf Gambling Podcast from the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog. Underdog is hooking up new customers. Play just $5 and get up to $50 in bonus funds when you sign up with code GOLF SGPN. Check out the SGPN app in your app store for free, easy access to all of our free picks and props. MyBookie, we're brought to you by MyBookie.ag, your place to bet on football and everything else, including the Ryder Cup this weekend. Their prop builder is second to none. Their motto is bet on anything, anywhere, anytime. Easy deposit, lightning fast payouts using crypto. So MyBookie.ag, that's promo code GOLF SGPN, 100% bet back bonus up to $500. Great deal. MyBookie.ag, promo code GOLF SGPN. Finally, no VIG, like no VIG. Get it? It's the betting world. So Novig. We're also brought to you by Novig, America's #1 sports prediction market. Since Novig is an exchange, you'll know you're getting some of the best prices in the market. Available in 35 plus states. Download the Novig app and get $50 when you spend $5 if you use promo code SGPN. So that's Novig app, promo code SGPN. We're here. Bunch of ad reads. A lot, but we had, 2 weeks off? A week and a half off?
Yeah.
And it's Ryder Cup time. Tom, how are we
feeling? We're back. I'm glad to have some golf back. I've never got crazy into the Ryder Cup, and I don't know why, but this year I'm going to try and hone in on it and watch it a little bit more than I have in past years. It's just, you know how it is when football gets rolling for me. It's golf's kind of pushed away to the side, but I have to prioritize the Ryder Cup this year. I think the build-up this year is about as hype as it's been since I can remember.
Well, I really appreciate you having that take because the Ryder Cup is so popular for so many people. Everyone loves the Ryder Cup. So
yeah,
you're not the biggest Ryder Cup watcher. We know you're a massive football fan, a Vikings fan. So yeah, I appreciate the honest take. Not the biggest Ryder Cup year, but Ryder Cup guy. But it is. If you're a team sports fan, and a golf fan, it's hard not to love the Ryder Cup. And we're at Bethpage where we have so much hype all year round. The last 2 years, we've had so much hype. Keegan is the captain, as of a year ago or whatever. And yeah, we're here. We tee off in 48 hours, less than 48 hours. And I am excited. And I know you are getting more excited as the time goes on.
Yes. Yep. It's definitely building.
Before we get into any Ryder Cup action, I know nothing. I need your Vikings take. I need your Vikings take from – I don't even – we talked about week 1. I think they won versus the Bears. Was that Monday Night Football?
That was.
So week 2 and 3, are they now 1 and 2? 2 and I don't know.
2 and 1.
2 and 1.
J.J. McCarthy has played 1 of 8 good quarters. He played a little bit with a sprained ankle. So I said – on our last show about week 1, I'm doing my best to not overreact, but health is definitely a concern at this point with his second injury in less than 2 years. Carson Wentz didn't look good. They won 48-6, but I don't think he looked good. People will hype him up. Wasn't enough for me when the game was close. He wasn't great, but he got the win. He didn't turn the ball over. So defense is awesome. We'll see how far it can take him, but
so Jordan are you pleased with the start, or are you where you sit?
I can't be mad about 2 and 1, but I don't have as much optimism, I don't think, as when I headed into the season. So 2 games in, 2 road games in Ireland and London the next 2, which is a lot better than playing in Pittsburgh or in Cleveland. So they should be favored in both games.
They're Ireland this week?
Yeah.
What time is that game? 10 a.m.?
9:30 a.m. And then they're staying over there and just flying straight to London. So they're the first team ever to stay out there for 2 weeks, which will be interesting.
History.
Yep.
History. Well, let's make history this week. Ryder Cup, Bethpage Black. I got the roster in front of me. We have some – we didn't really talk about the Ryder Cup, honestly. We talked about who we maybe wanted to go in, but – Colin Morikawa gets that potential final pick, or Sam Burns, Ben Griffin, those 3 probably the last 3 guys in. And then the European team is everyone but Rasmus Højgaard from the last Ryder Cup. Was there any surprises that you saw or didn't see heading into the selections?
No, and there was there were a couple guys who maybe could have. I know, like
Right.
Goddard got some steam towards the end, and there were a few guys, but overall, no, I think this is the way it probably should have been.
I agree. The only thing that I guess, felt differently about was I thought Keegan should have been on the team. I thought Keegan should have played on the team and
Yeah,
potentially been a captain. But only us Americans can get ourselves in this problem. Like, why did we even select a PGA Tour winner, a signature event winner, like not a BMW championship winner, to be our captain who's qualifying and maybe being on the Ryder Cup team? Now it's a whole conundrum. Can he play? Can he not play? He made the decision not to play. I trust him because he's soaking it all in as a captain, but I thought real history could have been made with Keegan on the team, Keegan contributing points to the team. Nonetheless,
yeah,
he's not playing. We have, I guess, Colin or Ben Griffin as that last guy in. I'm super happy Ben Griffin got on the team, friend of the program. He's playing great golf, and like he's going to pair well with whoever they play. I'm hearing like that it's Bryson, but also I don't know how you feel about this. I do not care about like the practice round pairings. I don't really care about the pairings
no,
at all. My only take is that you don't fuck up the pairings. There's so many ways to make them work. Don't fuck them up. And there's a
yeah.
few that don't make any sense, which we could probably talk about. But what is your take on like the pairings?
I have overreacted in past years where I'll see pairings and like from a DFS perspective, I'll be like, oh
Mhm.
my God, I didn't realize this guy was going to play with this guy on the first day. And I'll
Right.
overreact. You got to sit back and just try and ignore the day one pairings. Um, it does say a lot once these officially come out, but at the same time, like I said, I definitely got burned in past years of being like, oh wow, this guy's playing on day one, and I didn't think he was going to roster him, and then you just fall on your face. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm not putting too much into it, especially with the practice round pairings.
I agree. There's like I kind of thought about like some potential pairings that I would think are bad pairings. Like on the European side, I don't think you want to play Bob Mack and Justin Rose, who have already won together. I don't think you want to play them together in the four ball matchup, the matchup that requires a lot of birdie making. Those guys feel like they're steady, going to make pars, probably a great foursomes team. But in the four ball, I'm out on them too. And then the same thing with like Harris English and JJ Spawn or Harris English and Russell Henley. I think they'll make a ton of pars if they're playing four ball, but not in the
Right.
foursomes where you got to pedal down, play those birdie makers. And then on the opposite end, I don't want Bryson DeChambeau playing with Justin Thomas when it's alternate shot. Those guys will make 10 trillion bogeys. Like put them out there in four ball. They'll make birdies and
Yep.
bogeys, ham and egg it. But I think there's so many ways to just simply not fuck it up. Whereas Zach Johnson might have fucked it up in 2 years ago in Rome. I don't think Keegan's going to do that. I think he's got a lot of smart people behind him, a lot of information, and he plays with these guys every single week. He knows. So
Yeah.
I think we're in a good spot. Like I was worried in February, March, May even, but I feel like we're heading into this week in a good spot, truthfully.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think it's very deep. And back to the Keegan point, that's such a hard decision to make, and it is very odd that they did make him captain, especially like heading into this year. I mean, he was top 30 in the world. I know that for sure.
Right.
And moved up quite a bit. Obviously got the win, like you said, and played really good golf. Like realistically, if anyone else is captain, Keegan Bradley's on this team.
Like he just beat every single guy in this Ryder Cup, both sides, in a elevated event, and he's beaten John Rahm in majors. Like, it's frustrating, I guess, but nonetheless, let's transition into the DFS aspect of things. The way it works this week is you get a captain who gets 1.5x the points. So clearly, it's a big selection. You got to get different somehow. Um, Who's your guy? Who's the captain? You could say Scotty Scheffler. He's locked to play 5 matches. You can say anyone. You could say Rory McIlroy. You want your captain playing a minimum of 4 matches. You want them getting all the opportunities they can get. And obviously, if you have a guy who's getting 3.5 points, 4 points as a captain, you're doing well. So, do you have a selection on someone who could be captain? Maybe one from each side. Who would you pick?
I think so. I'm all over Rahm this week.
Okay.
Um, I was there at the Live Golf Team Championship. So obviously Legion 13 took it home.
Who
Rom
could
was the
forget?
individual winner. But I do think having a competitive team championship like that at least gets them in the right headspace of playing a real competitive event. I mean, you can play as many practice rounds as you want, alternate shot, but when it's an actual event for real money, puts a lot at stake. And I just like what I saw out of Rom this year. I've always been a Rom guy, but being third on the board in DFS, 14-7 for the captain spot is probably where I'll start. If I had to go on the US side, I would. Part of me wants to go to Scotty, but I just feel like that's going to be so chalky and it's going to be hard to fill in the team once you get further down the board. Maybe Ludwig.
No, on the American side.
Yes.
Sadly,
Oh,
Ludwig is
God.
not American.
Sorry.
Sadly, he's not American. I wish he was American.
Justin Thomas.
I mean, no one's gonna fault you for that, and that will be a little bit different but he's got the dog. Like no one wants to face Justin Thomas this week at all, or Patrick Cantlay.
And if you put Justin Thomas in the captain spot, you can pack a couple guys up top on your lineup. You just have to cross your fingers and hope that the JT that we've seen at his peak shows up this week. And he is a competitor. He's a guy who, I don't know. It's a good price, and I just think that you can. It's pretty good value.
For US side, I'm gonna go with I think Russell Henley is a nice captain selection. Really? If we're not gonna go with Scotty, because what he proved to do in the President's Cup really spoke to me. Like he's going to play with Scotty a lot. Scotty's spoken that he looks up to Russell Henley, and we know they're going to play together for a minimum of 2 matches. Russell's now the number 3 golfer in the world. He's going to get 4 minimum matches, maybe even 5. And on the other side, I'm going to go with Ludwig. I think what Ludwig's done the last few months in terms of just pure stats, and he's ready to pop. And what he did in the Ryder Cup 2 years ago in Rome, he hasn't quite blossomed yet as a PGA Tour prolific winner. Obviously, so talented, got the distance for Bethpage, but I really do like Ludwig to win 4 points or play. He's going to play 5 matches, and then he'd be a dog to a few guys, obviously, but I'll take my chances with Ludwig at that price. So captain pick, if I got to go with either way, I will go Ludwig or Russell Henley. Sorry, Russell Henley.
Yeah, and I think Ludwig's a very good price. That's why I want him as my American. I can't believe I was looking at the list and I was like, oh yeah, that's where I'm going for US.
I mean, I wish I was Ludwig too. Don't we all? Like, I totally get what you're saying. All right, next thing I want you to do is pull up your DraftKings app. Okay. I want you to build a lineup live on the air, and I'm going to do the same thing. So I'm not going to be able – can I put my screen up? I can. Actually, I can put my screen up. Let's do let's do a duo lineup. We'll do a team lineup. So let me pull it up really quick. Okay. Share screen.
Well, while you're pulling it up, I think consensus, since we're kind of both on Ludwig, we should just make him the captain.
All right. I'm down for that.
It's a good price. I think it will put us in a decent spot.
Here we go. Okay. Ludwig, and who was your other guys that you said you liked? And then
my top guy is Rom. So that would probably be my first pick, even though I'm spending quite a bit of money at 9.8 for the second guy in. Still leaves us 6,900.
We have to go. We're not going 3-3. We can do 4-2, but we're not going 3-3. So I'm down for Rom, and the only other
actually, if Ludwig is your captain, it's hard to put Rom in there.
Yeah. Well, what happens if we put Scotty Scheffler in there? Then we're cooked. Yeah, then we're cooked. All right. So then I think we go the next guy in, JT, because you like JT. Yep. I'm down for. We could fit JT and Russ. Honestly, we both like them and their mid price.
I like that.
Where we're at. All right. So we have.
I like where their price is.
7-3. We have one more European. Also, who do you think is going to win?
I think US is going to win.
All right, I'm with you there. I'm with podcast pick. U.S. is going to win. So we have one more European to choose and two more Americans. Let's choose one American next, and then we'll go a European and then a final American. We have 7-3. Where is your head at?
I really do like Cam Young. I think the distance will push him into a lot of matches.
If United States wins and Ludwig gets 4 points, this lineup is going to cook.
Yeah.
This lineup
Which can happen.
Which can surely happen. So now we have 7-4 left to deal with. We have one more European to select.
Yes.
How much if we put Tommy in here, what are we left with? Nah, we can't do that. I don't know. We could do that.
That's not bad.
No, Tommy's going to play 5 matchups.
Could you take Ben Griffin and Cam Young, do you think? Because that's not horrible.
No.
I would just be worried about points.
What American down here is going to play more? Is it Ben Griffin or is it JJ Spawn?
Of everyone, I would imagine it's Ben.
It's going to be Ben Griffin. I think I'm with you. It's Ben. All right. Ben.
I like that. What if, just go back real quick, if you take Tommy out,
okay,
what's our average? 7-4, which is that's not great either.
The only other European I'd be down to, since we're like on the American side, I would be down to put Rasmus in because he's not going to play 5 matches. He'll probably play 3, maybe even. I would say he'll play 3, maybe 2. But I think he's going to push matches to the brink. And the way this scoring works is if you go like more holes, you gain more points, even if you lose. So I think Rasmus will push matches hard. Like he's going to make birdies. He's going to win holes.
Click on Rasmus and see where that puts us.
We could play it. We could put Rory in there. Like, not that we're going to put Rory, but we could put Bryson in there. Bryson will play 5. Bryson will play 4 minimum.
I think I like Tommy and BG way better.
I think
it's a little chalkier, but I think it's just a lot more safe.
Yeah. All right.
I don't hate Rasmus though. Like if you take Scotty in your captain spot and you want €2 only, Rasmus is almost a lock.
Yeah. No, I think. I mean, we don't know how much he's going to play, but he has that. He's got a high ceiling. He can make it work.
X all these guys out. Put Scheffler in the captain, and then Rasmus, and let's try and build one from there. Because I think that's a different way to build as well.
Okay. Captain selection. Why is it not doing it?
You got to click over.
Right there. Yeah. All right. So Captain Scotty, then Rasmus, and we got that's basically similar build to what we had before, like in terms of price left after the first few.
72. So you'd have to go a pretty low American again, which
then if we did JT Henley we did, then it'd be Benji like we did, and then we have one more Euro. It wouldn't be Tommy. It would have to be it would have to be any of these Euros, which I would select. I would select like Loki Sepp, and I don't care.
Different. Yeah,
I don't care. There's 33 on the table. That's super different.
Yep, especially in a tournament.
Yeah.
If I had to pick between the two, though, definitely the first one.
Oh, I'm totally with you.
I thought the Scotty Rasmus one would be a lot better, but that's pretty difficult to build with Scotty. Even putting a $4,000 Rasmus Højgaard in there. Yeah. That's not pretty. I know you can get Hatton instead of Straka, but I'm good on. I don't think there's a huge difference there.
If we have like what I said, if we do Russell Henley captain, you can put Scotty in there, and then you 68 if we have Rasmus, and then we have our second European. Or I don't want second European to be Sepp. I'd want someone to be a little better, maybe like a Hatton will play 3 minimum, and then Vic too. You can build with Vic here in this spot. Then you have 7-6. Yeah, easily. That gives you JT. We still have JT and Russ, and then you have Colin in there who's got dog. Sam Burns, who I'm super high on this week.
I love that. I like this build a lot.
I think I'm gonna go with like these 3 lineups and run them out.
And Russell Henley's captain ownership is going to be way down.
Yeah.
There's not a lot
So
of people starting with Henley at captain. You're
no.
going to see a lot of like Bryson, Scotty, Rory up there, and then people are going to be scrapping towards the bottom. If you start towards the middle and you can get somebody like Scotty and fill in that way, I mean, that's probably your best build is to start towards the middle for captain.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. All right, let's move on to some bets. I know I have 2 bets. Dom, you said you have 2 or 3.
Yep.
Let's close this out. What is your first bet of this Ryder Cup week?
I'm going to ride John Rahm as top point scorer, 11-1. I also don't mind his top wild card point scorer at plus 350. It's 350 in both places. The 11-1 is only in 1 or 2 spots, but like I said, he just won a team event. He ran away with the individual championship on Live. Wasn't even close. And just I like what I saw at around this year. I think 11-1 is pretty good value. Willing to play in the Scotty market just because it is the Ryder Cup and things can change. It's not like an outright event. You do have to rely on your teammates. So hoping that the U.S. wins this thing and Rahm eats up a bunch of points.
All right, I'm not gonna give out USA to win because I also agree with you there. I'll lay the juice, whatever. I want to root for my country this week. Rock, flag, and eagle. But I'll go with some points. I do some correct score props. Sorry. I do think it's going to be close. I really do. So USA 15.5 to 12.5 is 11-1, and USA 16.5 to 11.5 is 12-1. I think it's going to be fairly close, maybe even 16 to 12, 15 to 13. Anywhere from those 10-1 to 12-1 prices on DraftKings, sprinkle 2 or 3 of them. I really do think it's going to come down to that final day. And then finally, I will go with USA to win Sunday singles. I believe it's around minus 125.
Okay.
What I think is going to happen is I think the top 4 for each sides are going to clash with each other. The bottom 4 from each side are going to clash with each other, basically wash out, maybe 2 and 2. A couple of ties in there. And in the middle, like the Sam Burns of the world, the Russell Henleys versus the Hattons, the Roses, the McIntyres, the Morikawas. I think we have an edge there. I think that the dog, the home field advantage, we're going to win in the middle. I really do think it's going to be even up top, even at the bottom, and then we take care of the middle. So Sunday singles, and I think that's going to be the difference in the Ryder Cup too. I think that's going to be the difference what makes us win this Ryder Cup. So USA Sunday singles and those close 2 to 4 point differences with USA winning from 10-1 to 12-1 on DraftKings. Sprinkle a few of those. Those are my my betting selections.
And even if Europe gets out to a hot start, you still have singles to back up on. Like I would rather take that number than the outright number itself. You know what I mean?
I agree.
I like your point there. I think they match up a lot better. My next bet is going to be top debutant Cam Young. I think I already said I like him here. I think
what are
it's
the odds there?
Well. He honestly has been playing such good golf. You can get that at plus 250.
Is he the favorite in that market?
No, I think he's second.
Who's the favorite?
The favorite is, where is he at?
Russell Henley?
Yep, plus 180. Russell Henley.
Okay. That makes sense. I would definitely go with Cam Young because Cam Young's got the crowd behind him. Cam Young's got the streets behind him. I think he's in for a good week. Course fit makes a lot of sense too. But
yes.
Any more bets for you, or is that all?
Since I've been burned so much on Morikawa, part of me wants to do Morikawa under 1.5 points at minus 150.
I don't hate you for it. I really don't. Like he's got so much to prove this week.
That's the thing. I don't want to get burned the other way. Like I've already had some outrights on him and some DFS lineups that he's tanked, and it's like, do I really want to bet his under on the week he goes off in the Ryder Cup and like is the storyline of the week? I don't want to lay too.
We know he cares about
on that, but
I agree.
I don't think he gets to 1.5 points. That's all I'll say.
Yeah, because I think he plays 3 matches at most. So I agree. Well, Dom, that wraps it up. First of all, Godspeed to your Vikings in Ireland this week, and we'll be back next week. I believe is the Sanderson Farms Championship. We're back with some real golf again.
Yep,
the Bermuda season, fall season. So Thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll catch you guys in a few days. Peace out.
See ya.